Welcome back, everybody. Now, I hope that you were able to master the slip knot, and I hope you were able to put the slip knot right onto your crochet hook. So as you see, I have my tail end and I have my seam end, the long end. It is now that we have this all ready. Now it's time for us to start doing our crochet. And what we're going to do is we're going to create what's called a chain. And a chain is your foundation level for all of your crocheting projects. Your chain is the length of your project throughout. So for this one that what we're going to make a washcloth that's 25 long by 25 tall. So our washcloth is going to look something like this when it's finished. I'm not quite finished with this one here, but I've started it. So this is 25 wide, and at the base here is where we got started. That's called a chain. When we look at the piece here, right down here, that is my initial slip knot, and then there's a chain stitch along the bottom, and then we crocheted into your chain. So your chain is really important. Your chain is your foundation. So for this project, we're going to make 25 chains, but first we need to show you how to chain in the first place. So let's get started looking at that. One of the first things you're going to need to kind of figure out how it works for you is how to hold all of this stuff. I like to hold my crochet hook kind of like I was like stirring a pot. Some people hold it as like a pencil, so it's really up to you with how you might want to hold your crochet hook. But there's a flat spot in most crochet hooks, and that's typically where I put my hand. I put my thumb on the top and my hand on the bottom, so I hold it kind of like I were stirring a pot. And your tail end, I'm going to hold back here in my hand next to my crochet hook, and I'm going to kind of clasp it in there just like this. That's going to keep my my string from moving around a whole lot on me. It's going to kind of provide a little foundation and consistency there. So I'm going to grab that at the tail end and my crochet hook all at the same time, and I'm kind of pinching that string right there. You can kind of see that right there. And then we have to figure out how we're going to keep track of all of this yarn that we have here at the end. I like to wrap it around my finger, pull it up through here so it looks like this. Around my pinky once and up along the back of my hand. My bottom three fingers are going to stay kind of tight together, and my finger on index finger is going to push up. Okay, so it looks like that. And then I'm going to take my ring finger and my thumb and hold on really closely to that slip knot there. So I'm going to hold like this. You can kind of see how that works. I'll show you one more time how I wrap. This is, my friends, the trickiest part of crocheting is getting this down here. I wrap around my pinky, up the back side of my hand, over my index finger, and pinch. And we'll show that one more time. Wrap around my pinky on the back side of my hand, up and over, and pinch. And what we've created is kind of I can pull this through here, and you'll see that my yarn's going to come with me, and that's how we're going to chain along our foundation stitch. We'll do that one more time, and then we'll get started. Wrap around your pinky, on the back side of your hand, up and over, and pinch. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're holding onto our crochet hook. So it's the crochet hook is facing you, and you're going to push it forward just a little bit and loop so that that hook is now on the back side of your yarn. And then we're going to pull our hook with that yarn right through that first loop that was on our hook. That is a chain. Again, we have our hook facing you. You're going out, pushing back and around, and then you catch that yarn on your hook and you pull it through the loop. That's our second chain. We're going to do that 25 times. So just keep practicing your loops, your pulls and your throughs. Again, you push it up, push back, loop around, pull through. Slide up, push out, wrap around, pull through. And how can you count your chains? When you get a few of them done, you can flip it over and it kind of looks like a braid. If you see that, it kind of looks like a braid there. You can count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completed chains. I have 1 on my crochet hook. So we're going to keep doing that until we get to 25. This is our chain. I would like you guys right now to take some time just practicing your chains. And when you feel comfortable, come on back and we'll teach you how to do your first crochet. So again, and you can always keep practicing your hand. Just kind of slide your hand out around your pinky, back side of your hand and over. Then pinch with your ring finger and your thumb, and you push your hook in, around, and through. In, around, and through. So why don't you guys keep working on that? Again, you'll see that it looks like a braid, and it should look fairly consistent in size as well. You don't want it too tight, don't want it too loose. So just keep practicing your chains, everybody. And when you are ready, come on back for the next video, which will be making our single crochets.